Good morning. Something about this really gloomy weather with a little bit of rain and storm and grayness is really inspiring, because it's one of those days where you can just sit, work and get things done that don't necessarily need you to go outside. And I just love that feeling, that energy of like, let's sit down, cozy up and work on my computer. Maybe I'm weird. Today was a really nice gloomy morning, but now it's really sunny outside, and at this point I almost regret not having more time to get outside. But I wanted to get a little bit of a tool going, which kind of like I mentioned before in my YouTube video about 6 days ago or 7, about making paragraphs and spaces on your YouTube videos very simple, very easily. Apparently there is lots of confusion going on in my brain at this point. I'm talking about Instagram photos, of course, not the YouTube description. The YouTube description can do paragraphs just fine even without this. But let's get back to the video. Now it's even more easy, because now you can just use a little bit of a website that I made on your phone or on your desktop. But let's just jump to the computer to show you how that works and what I made there. So as I've just mentioned, about a week ago, I made a video about how to make Instagram white spaces and how you can make those also work as paragraphs, and so the whole new line problem in Instagram is solved. However, there is still this problem that there is the invisible white space at the end of some lines, and you might miss that, and then it for some reason doesn't work. And I showed you that there is actually a tool that I use for Alfred to kind of use that. Now I've got a little bit of a feedback, and also with the people that I'm working with, not everybody is using Alfred, but everybody can use a website. But luckily I was using JavaScript to write my script for myself, and what better to do with a JavaScript to just put it on a website and make it work in the browser. And that is pretty much exactly what I've done with this tool. So now it's available for everybody, including you, and let me just show you how it works. Now, as you can see here on the screen, this is a simple website, and it just explains very simple what it means and how you can do these white spaces, or why they are important, and what Instagram allows and what it doesn't. Now, what you want to do is you want to just write your Instagram description right here in this browser window into this text area. And once you're done, you will see that this one will turn red, and here you will see the character count for Instagram descriptions, so you actually stay within those limits. And then you can make the white space and copy to clipboard. But let's just write some notes, write a little bit of a description and see what happens. So what you can see here is that I have a normal text with paragraphs, and there is no proper formatting for Instagram, because these new lines would actually just be empty and they would be deleted. For an example also, when we do a space at the end of some text, we easily forget that there might be a space at the end as an invisible character. Now what you can see here on the screen as well is that the text changed, and you have to click again to update. What that means is you click the Make White Space button, and once you've hit that, there's a little bit of a notification, and what you will notice is that inside of here, we now no longer have this white space at the end of this line, but we have some characters that are invisible in these lines that were empty, which will prevent Instagram from deleting those lines. What you can now very easily do is just hit this Copy to Clipboard button, and it will automatically copy the description to the clipboard. However, if you, for example, decide, oh, I want to just add a couple more things, and for example, add some more hashtags, then you will see that it changed, and you will have to do the process again. This is especially true if you also have new lines, which obviously would have to be replaced. So we click the Make New Lines button. What you will notice is that there's now, again, the characters in the empty lines, and there's no white spaces at the end of anything. So now you can just hit Copy to Clipboard, and we can go to Buffer, for example, and schedule our Instagram post there. But obviously this is also something you want to be able to do on the go and right inside the Instagram app. So let's head over to the phone and see how it works over there. Now on your phone, it's pretty much the same thing that you would do on your computer. You just navigate to the website that I will link in the description below to the tool, which is chrisspiegel.com/instaspace. And once you're there, you'll see the website as you see it on the screen right now. It's just the header, then you can see the description, the text field, and those two buttons that I mentioned before, and it just works exactly the same. We write some text, for example, let's say, you might also want to write your description in Instagram, for example, to select the right hashtags and stuff like that. What you can also do is just you double tap and then you can select all and you can copy your Instagram description from Instagram and paste it right in here. So you just select all and paste it right here. Now, what you will notice is that on mobile phones, it's even easier to have those white spaces at the end because it's so common to just double hit spacebar to get that white space and also the dot. But those white spaces are deadly if you want to have a proper Instagram description. So now we do the same thing to kind of get the proper Instagram description, which is just make spaces. And it also says updated white spaces. And now we also can here copy to clipboard and you'll get a little bit of notification right at the top of the screen. And from there, we can just go to Instagram and insert that. So we want to post a picture, for example. Let's select this one, hit next, go further and paste. And what you will see is just now we have those Instagram characters on the new lines. We have nothing on the other ones, and we can hit OK and share this photo. Now this is kind of convenient. It's obviously not an app. It's just so much work to go through the App Store and do all that. So a website like this is so much easier. But what you can do with this actually is you can hit this little share icon in the bottom, and then you can say add to home screen. For now, there is just this very simple icon, which is basically a screenshot of my website. This is just simply because this is very, very early on. I just made this last night, improved it a little this morning. So this is just very simple, very bare bones, but it works and it works very easily. So you can just hit that icon now on your home screen and it automatically reloads the page, or it opens the page if it's not already open, and you can just go ahead and paste your thing there. So that's practically the process to just simply have the right formatting for your Instagram post, for your paragraphs, and having new lines. And it just works on your mobile phone and it works on your desktop the same way. The link to this tool is in the description below, and I hope it is really helpful for you. If you have any information or feedback for the tool, just hit me up in the comments below or tweet at me or something like that. All that information can also be found on the website that I link in the description below. And with that said, let's get away from the computer. I hope this little tool is helpful for you. It's kind of like these little magic tricks, these automations that make everything so much easier, and they're really sometimes very simple to make, but they're very hard to make perfect and usable. So that's why I'm publishing this now, finally, as a little bit of a beta program, and it's just very, very simple. It has no data storage or whatsoever. It's just a browser thing that just JavaScript transforms the text, so it really works minimalistically, I guess. And it's the first time for me to kind of like just push something out into the world that's half finished, or yeah, it works, but it doesn't really look nice or anything like that. But in my opinion, that is a growth aspect that I've learned recently, that I just have to push something out into the world and I show it to people, and I can obviously still fix it later. So if you find any problems with it, let me know in the comments below and I will fix it, or I will look into it, and if it's possible to be fixed, then that's that. But other than that, I will just get on with my day, make more tools like this in the future, and I will see how you respond and if it's helpful for you or not. Let me know, take it, see what you can do with it, and I will see you again in a different video tomorrow. Bye!